Hello.
Got a viewer. Hello. Who is it? Hello. Welcome back to Anime Anarchy.
Hello, anarchists.
So we almost didn't even get to record today because somebody over here.
What's up, Nick?
What's up? Somebody over here forgot that Gachi Akuno was still making episodes.
It's not that I forgot. Actually, it was Crunchyroll's fault. They didn't tell me that there were new episodes. When I checked, it only went to episode 13. Maybe it was because the last two episodes were subbed and not dubbed. But
Yeah.
we watched them
it.
right before this.
Yeah. So now we're gonna have a short episode, but that's okay because honestly, not too much worth talking about happened in My Hero, so we can kind of breeze through that.
And we're good, Nick. We are very good.
Yes, very good. Glad to hear from you again.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. So yeah, we can talk about MHA first if you want to.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna preface it with this, okay? One, I'm glad All Might is not dead, and
yet the fight's not over.
yes, but so far, and two, Bakugo is still one of my favorite characters, and he went all out in this last episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude killed it against All For One.
Special shout out to Edgeshot for sewing him back together.
For real, dude.
With his literal entire body.
Yep.
Edgeshot now, all he is just like the little needle that is his head. That's all that's left of him.
Yeah, and just like a tiny bit of
bit of thread.
Yeah.
The whole entire rest of his body is completely in Bakugo right now, holding him together.
So last season, if you guys have seen it, Bakugo was basically like destroyed, right? Like he got annihilated,
pierced through, like, completely. He was dead.
And Edgeshot literally had to, turn his body into a needle and thread, and literally go inside Bakugo and sew him up from the inside, which took, let's see, how many episodes?
Most of a season, because I think that happened like halfway through season 7.
Most of season 7 and two episodes of season 8.
Yeah, because Bakugo, like, going up against Shigaraki, like, that was a good fight, but I think it only lasted like an episode or two.
Yeah,
and then Shigaraki was fighting. No, and didn't that happen? That happened before Deku even got to the
they were trying to hold
in the sky.
They were trying to hold him off.
Yeah. While Deku was escaping from that island with Ochaku and Froppy. Yeah.
But and then all of a sudden, like, him and Deku, they like lock eyes while Deku is still like holding off Shigaraki, because both of them know, like, All Might's about to die.
Yeah.
All For One got there finally after, after their fight together, which was kind of, I mean, so it is what it was what it was. Basically, All Might was just trying to keep him from getting to Shigaraki.
So one thing I think is important to note about this fight going forward, and they really drive it home and make this clear when the Twices start disappearing during this episode. They really make it clear that, like, everything that's happening now, for the most part, or at least most of what we've seen so far, a lot of it, like the fight with All Might and All For One, that was happening like side by side a lot of these other fights.
Right.
Like when we were watching Ochaku and Froppy talk down Toga? What's her name?
No.
What is her name?
The girl, right?
The crazy girl.
Yeah.
Who turns into Twice. But anyway, that happened, and the Twices started disappearing at the end of season 7.
Yep. Yes.
But then now it was 3 episodes into season 8 Exactly. So basically, what they're showing us is like the fight between All Might and All for One was happening alongside most of the other fights.
Okay, I'm pretty sure it is Toga.
That's what I thought.
So yeah,
Toga. Okay, Himiko Toga. That's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I'm not crazy.
No.
But anyway, so I think it's cool that a lot of these fights are happening like side by side with each other.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool seeing, like now the Twices are disappearing, and like what a huge difference just that alone made in the overall 100%, battle.
Because they were literally weighing down the coffin in the sky, all of those Twices. And so once they start disappearing, then
they could stabilize it. I want to say Gentleman Ghost, but that's a DC character.
No.
Yeah, he's just Gentleman.
Gentle Villain. Was it Gentle Villain?
The Gentle Criminal. Gentle Criminal. Yes. That's what it is.
Yes.
I do like him.
Sorry, it was a while before since I watched season 7.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was able to get it stabilized again for a while.
He's been holding it up for also like since half of season 7.
Right. Exactly. But anyway, so All Might, of course, his Hercules device and all of his armor, it's destroyed now. All for One basically carries him to the fight, like the epicenter with Deku and Shigaraki, and the coffin in the sky, everything, just to show everybody
that All Might's about to die.
Yeah, he's gonna kill All Might.
He was gonna do the Dark Knight, like Bane breaking Batman's spine kind of thing.
Exactly.
Rip it in half.
So, and of course, Deku can't do anything because he's got to use his whole power to keep Shigaraki from.
Yeah, if he takes even an ounce of concentration away from Shigaraki,
just like demolishing everything.
Yeah.
Right. And so him and Bakugo, which I'll literally like shit myself. Not really. I shit myself when I saw Bakugo
standing up again.
Was when he was standing up again.
Yeah.
And then him and Deku like made this nod, like, all right, here we go. We're gonna do the slingshot action here. We're gonna work together. And he uses one of his gears, right? Gear 2 or something, second gear. I think that's what because one of the
is that
previous
what he calls his
it's gears, because one of the previous owners of One for All.
That was you mean Deku? Yeah. His thing. So, I was like, when did Bakugo get gears? No. Like fucking Luffy from One Piece.
So Deku used like second gear or something to literally launch Bakugo towards All for One, so that he could save All Might.
Pretty badass.
And I mean, and it worked. And Bakugo basically harnessed. He figured out a way to unleash like all of his might, basically. It basically using the pain as fuel.
Yeah.
Right. And that's also how he jump started his heart again.
And I'm just a little like, did you like, I don't know, understand what the explanation a little bit better than me? Because I'm just a little confused. Like, I thought his power just worked off the nitroglycerin in his sweat. So like, and it makes explosions. So how is he
apparently
holding himself together with his power?
These sweat molecules were also inside his body because there was
blood and stuff. Right. That's what Edshot shed. But like, what's the, like, I don't know, like, what's it doing for him? Because I know he said, like, oh, it's like, it's helping you get through this. But like, how?
I guess instead of just exterior power and ignition, I guess
he's now like igniting himself, like fueling himself, like almost like energy source, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. And
that makes sense.
And so that's how he's able to do these crazy supersonic speeds, one, to where he wasn't even able to control it at first. Remember, he was chasing after All for One, and he was literally like running into buildings.
Oh yeah.
So, he was like too fast. But but not only that, but he's able to catch up to All for One, but also basically like annihilate him to the point. Of course, it's not enough to defeat him, right? But annihilate him to the point,
blitz him for sure.
Where he's able to speed up his what's the word I'm looking for? His turning back process.
Oh
where
yeah, where
he's
getting what is it, reversed or something like that. Yeah.
So because like that reverse
rewind.
rewind.
Yeah, Aaron's thing.
It speeds up his rewind every time, the more he gets damaged. So of course use what is his full name? Because All Might finally uses it. Dynamite Bakugo's.
Oh yeah, it's Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite.
And All Might finally acknowledges
that name,
and uses it.
I'm sorry. Look, Bakugo has grown heavily on me over the years, and I used to hate him in the first like 3 or 4 seasons.
It's Great Explosion Murder God Dynamite. Yep, that's exactly what you said.
Yeah. I did not like him so much in the first couple seasons. He's grown on me a lot. He's had a lot of character growth and development. But one thing I will say and always hold true is that is not a hero's name. He sounds like a villain.
Yeah,
100%. Like he sounds like he should have joined the League of Villains.
He should have. But he didn't. And because he's been one of my favorites throughout this entire time is because him and Deku remind me, and I guess kind of loosely, but they remind me of Goku and Vegeta. You know what I mean?
This guy. Everybody's Goku and Vegeta.
I know, but
watch some new anime.
Deku is, of course, Goku, and then Bakugo is Vegeta. Bakugo is always one step behind Deku, right? Yeah. But that's what's fueling him is wanting to be better than Deku, because since he was the one that was chosen for One for All, he feels like he's at a disadvantage, and that fuels him to become better. You know what I mean? So
I agree. The relationship between Bakugo and Deku is pretty similar to like Goku and Vegeta's relationship.
Especially now.
Yeah, especially now. And with what Goku and Vegeta's relationship is like currently also.
Yeah.
But I would say you could draw a lot of other theme parallels between All for One and One for All to like other shows like Naruto. I know
I
you don't get it.
I haven't had time to watch it.
I haven't watched it, but you'll get it one day. But just one of the big overarching things in Naruto is there's these two bloodlines that are essentially there's two people that are reincarnating over the generations of Naruto, and all of their incarnations are like mortal enemies, and until the newest iteration of them, which is Naruto and one of the other characters in the show, finally kind of like end the cycle. And like, so I kind of think like
Naruto was like what was the villain that he was like reincarnated from? Wasn't it a villain or like this giant monster, like a fox tail or nine tail or
so in as far as you are in the series, which is like 5 episodes maybe, they do make it seem like the Nine Tails is like a real demon inhabiting him. It's not. It's different. It's a whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll get it one day. We'll make you watch it. We'll get it
whenever we have time.
Yeah. But
okay, gotcha.
Anyway, moving on.
But Bakugo is really holding his own against All for One right now.
Somehow that's crazy.
I think it's just because he fully unleashed his power, and it just shows how awesome and destructive his power is. I mean, thank God he's not a villain.
I think I've always just been kind of downplaying Bakugo in my head, because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, even in the world of My Hero, where a lot of people's powers are kind of lame and they had to get really creative with it, I'm like, Bakugo just doesn't seem like he has the power set of a hero. I don't get it. But he's definitely changed my mind over the last few seasons.
And I mean, the way that he does have to use his power in a creative way to not
kill everything, and destroy it.
So if he was a villain, I mean, he wouldn't
really go all out. Yeah, he could just.
But since he's a hero, since he's a hero, he has to be creative with it and control his powers even more.
True.
But I think that him calling himself the final boss is kind of hilarious. But I guess that just shows his.
Bakugo called himself the final boss of All for One.
Yeah, he called himself the final boss, and of course that is not true. But
unless he wins,
unless he wins, I guess.
Because I mean, All for One's not.
All he has to do is continue destroying him enough to where he disappears.
Yeah,
because of the rewind quirk that is attached to him. So, I mean, he could if he unleashes this destructive power enough to where he can hold off All for One until he disappears. That
he could be his final boss. Yeah. Wouldn't that be something? All for One being taken down by just some kid, not even like the inheritor of One for All, but just some kid.
Just a pebble. That's what All for One calls it.
Now, that being said, at the end of the series here, and I haven't finished the manga yet, I'm still reading it, but I'm getting close. With neither of us having any prior knowledge of how the series, like, I know what the epilogue of the series is, like, I know how the series ends, but I don't know how they get there, right? So I don't know who fights who or who beats who or anything like that. I just know what the aftermath is from leaks I've seen online. But who do you think the final boss for Deku and the heroes is actually going to be still Shigaraki? Or do you think All for One is going to manage to get to Shigaraki and kind of take control, and it's still going to be All for One as the main final boss?
The second one sounds sounds like that would happen.
It sounds like that's what they're leading us to happen, you know, what they want us to think is going to happen for sure.
But I would like for All for One to be disappeared, I guess you could call it, by Bakugo, and then Shigaraki being his own person.
Yeah, because he's overpowered All for One's influence in his body. Exactly. He's back fully in control.
But being his own person is the final boss. You know, that's what I'm hoping.
I gotta hope so too.
But the second one is more likely.
It would completely diminish everything that Shigaraki has worked for the entire series if he is just completely taken over by All for One.
100%. But
or One for All, sorry.
We'll see what happens next episode. I do think that Bakugo is still going to kick some ass, and hopefully he doesn't get completely fucked up by All for One, by some other quirk that he uses. You know, who knows? Because he has so many quirks. So.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, speaking of this, before we get off of it, that crazy ass expel blood quirk that he had, and then rewrite hemoglobin quirk, so then he could change the nature of his blood.
It's basically his DNA.
So that
Stain couldn't use his blood curdle.
Yeah, and I had to be honest. I was so disappointed with how that fight turned out.
Me too. I thought
Stain got taken out,
kick some ass like nothing.
Stain was taken out, honestly, and I hate this because he's been my favorite villain other than Shigaraki this whole time.
Yeah.
Stain was taken out as quickly as you would think Robin would be taken out going up against Doomsday.
Yeah.
You know, he was a non-factor.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, he completely canceled out his quirk
in his Iron Man
beat
suit.
The fuck out of him.
Did way better than Stain.
Yeah. It was hard.
It was sad.
So I didn't like that either.
Yeah. Hopefully he gets back into the fight later and does better.
But yeah, hopefully.
Maybe he can help against Shigaraki.
But Stain, if not, you know, R.I.P.
Yeah. He didn't get killed on screen, right? It's left up in the air.
No, it's in the air. But when he got punched, it was.
Yeah.
And then he stole his quirk.
Yeah.
His blood curdle quirk. So.
So does he steal or just copy?
He steals it.
He steals it. So now he's quirkless.
Yeah, because he can steal it, move it to somebody else, or keep it for himself.
Right. So you're right.
Damn, but that sucks. Either way, we only have a few minutes left, so let's move on to Gachiakata. I know it's horrible. That's my fault. So blame me. So Gachiakata, these past two episodes, as you were describing to me before we watched them today, like an hour ago, they were pretty sick. So
I told you wanted to watch. You didn't want me to just be talking about it.
So we got to see, I guess you pronounce her name Simiyu, the receptionist.
Yeah, I think so.
We got to see her in action. So a bunch of marauders were going to, you know, kidnap Rudo because he's a spherite. But I think that they were sent there, like, just so they could die, you know, because I don't think that the Raiders thought that they were going to be able to do anything.
No, the Raiders sent them just to test out the defenses. Yeah.
And we found out that the actual HQ is a vital instrument as well.
Yeah.
And so even when they were shooting rockets and shit at it and trying to break in with the sawzall, it did nothing. So
you simply need the permission of the cleaner who has the vital instrument with the,
which is so sick, by the way.
Yeah. Just a total recluse, like shut in. Looks like he probably never leaves his room.
Yeah, he's let's see, it's Shikaji.
Don't open the page and get spoiled.
So so basically, like, you can't see his face because he's just like he's covered in like a blanket, like a giant overcoat.
Yep, but you can see his eyes glowing yellow, like it does when a cleaner is using or a giver is using their treasured item.
Exactly, and who knows? He could always be using this treasured item while he's there. I don't know how that works for him, but
I think probably not. But like he's probably working like the security desk, so like he sees all the camera footage, and like when someone's coming up, he's like, "Ooh, time to get to work."
Yeah, very true. But he seemed very skittish, very scared.
Oh yeah, like I said, probably never leaves that room.
Right, exactly. But you know, going back to Simiyu, I'm gonna say that's her name because I don't know how it's actually pronounced. The receptionist, she went out there and all these guys were just talking a whole bunch of shit to her.
Yep.
You know, because she was a woman and
with no weapons.
Yep.
Just unarmed.
Yep. And they had rocket launchers and machine guns and stuff. And this chick just straight up like matrixes these bullets, and this freaking rocket, when they shot the rocket at her, she just basically like looked like she slowed down time. I know that's probably not what she did. But then took that rocket and just flung it right back at him.
Yeah.
And then when they were shooting all these automatic rifles at her, she was just dodging them, then was just right in front of them, just kicked the shit out of them.
Yeah. I was going to use an anime reference to compare her ability to that you wouldn't get. So instead, I'll say it's kind of like, I think, like Spider-Man's almost like his
Spidey senses.
His reflexes plus the Spidey sense. So like she's not slowing down time, but she's able to perceive the threat so quickly that to her, it seems like it's slower.
Yeah.
Even though it's actually not.
And it's probably what's happening because of her vital instrument, her glasses, that she's able to see everything going on and be able to react in time. But that was so sick. And then Engine and the group finally get there and they're like, oh, okay, well, I guess we're going to just go to the bar.
Go to the bar, yeah, literally. Have some drinks.
You handle this on your own.
I thought it was cool. I just thought it was cool though, because they're like, her vital instrument is not tailored to fighting trash beasts, so she can't really be a cleaner in the field. Like it doesn't make much sense.
But she enjoys being at the desk, apparently.
Yeah, but I do think her ability is perfectly tailored to fight humans, though.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
definitely. But sorry, we're moving so quickly. But so as we move forward, when they're at the this little like shack bar, I don't know what you would call it,
some kind of bar,
and it's like bar. And of course, since it's outside the HQ, you know, pretty much everybody is able to be in there, bad guys, good guys, whatever it may be. So they're eating. Another team of cleaners comes in, Team Child, which we've seen. God, these names are stupid. Dear Santa. We've seen Dear Santa with the Passy. You know, him and Rudo fought over some like snacks during his like welcoming party. But we get to meet Bro Santa, and the other one is Gita Hebi Fantasia. Yeah, the one with the
name,
like the kaiju like outfit or like costume. And of course, besides Bro Santa, who is like the supervisor, these are all both like children.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing they're still
probably powerful, but still.
But we still haven't really like seen them in action. But they get to meet them, and then all of a sudden, Rudo, I forgot why he walks off, but he walks off to sit at a table by himself, probably to get away from Team Child, honestly.
If I remember right, I think Ryu also pissed him off because she drank his drink.
Oh. Yeah,
and he's just
tough, but
angsty little boy that's just fuming 24/7. So,
exactly.
So he doesn't snap on his friends. I'm just going to go sit by myself.
Yeah, exactly. But unfortunately, that causes him to be a little bit open. And there's a guy sitting next to him in a hood, and he has the boots that Amo had.
Yeah.
Right. So the ones with the same symbols as Rudo's gloves. And it just happened to be the leader of the Raiders, Zidal Typhon.
Yep. I like Typhon.
Yeah.
Like the Star Wars planet.
Makes me want to think like the medicine Zizal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I see his name, I think straight of the planet Typhon from Star Wars.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So Typhon, of course, it's going to be a trap. They get him. But what's really cool is that, like, when Rudo like said something, right, all his entire team, they didn't even like hesitate. They were they were ready to fuck some shit up. But unfortunately, it was all set up and it was a trap, and so they all get warped in by Andor. That's probably not how you pronounce it, but I like Star Wars, so I'm gonna say it. Whoops, not that one. Whoops. Dang it. His last name is Andor. Hold on, let me go back. But he's the one with this guy. He's the one with the ability to basically you do like warp, like, I don't know,
some kind of portals.
Yeah, like, but basically they transported all of them to this like underground. It looks like a freaking sewer system. Yeah, and there's always tunnels that go everywhere. But they all get separated because of this giant wave of trash. And so now what we're in the middle of is all of them have to basically fight 1-on-1 or 2-on-1 with, I think Team Child has 2-on-1 against these.
Probably a good thing.
Yeah, against these raiders, like Jabberwonger. Let's see, there's
a few new ones.
Yeah, so we really we only see was it Amozo? That's her last name.
Hair girl.
So, yeah, the one with the hair.
Yeah.
She's against Rio. And which is kind of a crazy matchup because she uses her vital instrument as her comb to create like static electricity in her long hair. And of course, Rio's got metal scissors. And she's already been electrocuted once without realizing it. She couldn't move for a while.
Yep.
So we're hoping that that's going to be a crazy fight. Maybe she'll get some like acro self-piece situation.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping it's not just, haha, if you touch my hair, you get shocked.
Yeah, you get shocked. Yeah. But we also have Engine, and he's just kind of chilling there with this one looks like Fu Orister, but he's just kind of hiding. But he says Engine's awesome.
Yep.
Everybody loves Engine because he's badass. And then what else? I think the big guy, who kind of looks like he's got like a pirate hat on. It says his first name is Bundus.
But I don't think we saw much of anything from him.
Yeah, we just saw him kind of sitting there. I think he is in a room where Team Child came in.
Okay.
But the other ones, I'm not sure. And then, of course, Rudo's stuck with the leader. But something we got left off on, it's kind of a crazy proposition for Rudo because of his angst and what he wants to do to the Spherites is, do you want to destroy the sphere with me?
Yeah.
And of course, Rudo's still worrying about Amo and all that, but I feel like if you really put his, mind to it, like, do you think he's gonna agree? To that?
Yeah,
because that's the whole reason why
that's the
he
whole
went.
mission that he's on is to kill everybody on the sphere. How better to do that than to just destroy the sphere, bring it down?
Right. Exactly.
And we've seen that he has so much just rage and anger pent up. Like I think they're going to exploit that.
Yeah.
And he might like come back from his decision. Later on, like the cleaners might bring him back into the fold. But like I do think for at least Maybe not now, but at some point, I do think he's going to join up with the Raiders.
I think it might be now because Rudo's all
It
by
might
himself. He doesn't have anybody or
Yeah.
like any of his friends with him to like talk him down, or you know what I mean, talk him down the edge of the cliff. So
You're right. It could be now.
So I would I'm thinking that he's gonna say yes while he's alone with Typhon, and he's gonna probably end up going off with the Raiders. I'm sure there's gonna be a huge battle before that, right?
For sure.
I hope so.
Yeah.
But he's gonna end up going off with Typhon and the Raiders, and I guess they're gonna start planning what to do with that, and maybe the cleaners are gonna have to rescue him or something like that. I don't know, but I'm like 99% positive that Rudo is gonna say yes. Like, let's.
My only concern and question about that is the vision that they shared about what would happen if they bring the sphere down. It seems like, and I don't know how big the sphere is, but it seems like Typhon was implying that if the sphere were to come down, it would probably cause an extinction event on the surface. Like, maybe not everybody, but a lot of people on the surface are probably going to die if that sphere comes down and
like on the ground. Right? Yeah.
Like, I think if they were to go up to the sphere and just murder everybody,
and the sphere was
fine,
float, or they could like bring it down.
Yeah, and then bring it like I don't know, but like if they were to like just destroy it and then have it collapse, I feel like that would cause a lot of damage, depending on where it is.
It'd be almost like a meteor hitting the Earth. Yeah, I mean, that's true. I mean, the vision was everybody dead in red and all that, but I don't know, man. This will be an interesting one going forward.
And I'm sure it won't happen in this season either.
Probably not. No, definitely not. But cool thing is we finally get to meet the leader of the Raiders. Somebody that we've only seen like bits and pieces of here and there.
Yeah. He was pretty cool.
But yeah, he was pretty cool. Definitely like very like laid back and like relaxed, as you would imagine like a composed leader would be. Definitely the opposite of Jabberwonger, who is fucking crazy and high all the time.
Absolutely.
But all these battles I think are going to be super sick. I can't wait to see what they do, and we'll see what Rudo says. And I don't know if he says no, I don't know how he's going to escape Typhon, but because Rudo was barely able to do anything against Jabberwonger, and I'm sure Typhon is a lot stronger than he is.
Did he give him the boots, or did he just show him the boots?
No, he just showed him the boots.
Maybe
and that's when he kept asking about ammo.
Maybe if he gets his hands on the boots, he'd be able to actually fight off enough to escape. He might not be able to beat him even with the gloves and boots, but I think if he had both, he'd probably be able to use both, and that would probably amp him up a lot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine so. So I guess we'll see. I really don't know what's going to happen next episode, but I feel like the rest of the season is probably going to be anchored to this next episode. This decision.
I would say that the next couple of episodes, at least, because this was episode 15 where we left off.
Yeah.
I would say from episodes like 16 to 19, if not 16 through 20, is probably just going to be mostly the fights between the different raiders and clears.
Yeah.
They're probably going to, you know, because I mean, like,
we know it's going to be epic. I mean, they're all so sick.
Yeah. So if I had to guess, I would say it's probably going to be just a lot of fighting the next couple episodes.
Yeah. Which I'm always down for.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh yeah. But we have to get off here. I'm sorry that it was only a 30-minute episode, but I had to watch the last two episodes of Gachi Akata. So
otherwise we wouldn't have gotten even 20 minutes out of content.
Right,
you know?
Exactly.
So
but yeah, next time I'm gonna finish K-pop Demon Hunters. You know, we've watched it twice with my son, but I've had to take him to bed, and I missed like the second half of it. Yeah. So I'll watch that one, and maybe the new Superman movie that's on HBO, and we will talk about that as well.
You like superhero type cartoons?
Yes, when I have time to watch them. I've watched a lot of them, especially when I was
Um,
younger.
there's a new one that came out like a couple years ago. It's on season. It has 2 seasons so far, and a third one's coming out soon. My Adventures with Superman. I've been watching that lately. It's really good, actually.
Gotcha.
It's almost kind of like What If Superman, but it's an anime almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
kind of close. Like,
Yeah,
and the fights are very much like you would expect of like an anime type Superman fight, you know?
yeah.
Like, yeah, very, very crazy.
Okay. Well, I will have to watch that then, and then we can talk about that as well.
Hells yeah.
All right, guys. Well, sorry to cut this off early, but we will see you next time.
See you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.